Hammer toes. I see this every day in my practice. Why does the hammer toe develop? Well, what is a hammer toe? A hammer toe is basically a V-shaped deformity either at this joint or at this joint. What happens with a hammer toe? One of three things. You may have joint pain. You may develop a corn on the top of the joint, and you may develop a corn at the end of the toe because the toe is so rigid that you're getting a lot of friction at the end of your toes. What's a hammer toe caused by? Well, it's there are tendons on the top of the toe and tendons on the bottom of the toe. The tendons on the top of the toe extend the toe. The tendons on the bottom flex the toe. The tendons on the bottom typically overpower the tendons on top. Why do they occur? Well, either you have a high arch or a low arch causing hammer toes typically. That's there are other reasons, neurologic reasons and so on, but the most common reasons are high arches and low arches. High arch, you're landing rigid and you're flip-flopping when you land. That's just the nature of being a high arch. In the low arch, your foot's completely collapsed or collapsing, and there's more collapse as you're landing. These will change the way the tendons in your toes are operating and will change the advantage so that the flexor tendon has more of an advantage over the extensor tendon. What would be a good idea for you for hammer toes to prevent further deformity? Custom orthotics. Why? Because we're controlling the arch when you land. Okay? So if you control the arch where you land, everything else takes care of itself, especially when it comes to a hammer toe. The problem is hammer toes progress. They don't typically get better. They get, the deformity gets worse over time. So if you have a hammer toe that's mild, you might want to consider a custom orthotic to control the mechanics and prevent it from getting worse. Last but not least,